Has this gone live? Because oh well, the camera. This is supposed to be a live unlisted, but I think the settings are off again. I can't do. Anyway, we're going to do the demons downstairs. This is for Aquarius Moon. Decided to go Celtic and shamanic tonight. So again, no more demons here, please. Anything that does its business in the darkness needs to go downstairs now. And we're going to invite pure white spirit light with St. Dunstan, the angels and the archangels to come down to offer Aquarius the smoothest, swiftest path to our better future higher selves. Shu Shao Ding Fu Puk. Pohi. Right. We've got the Celtic healing, the Celtic magic, the shaman's oracle, and the other one, which I can't find now, where's the book gone? The Celtic shamans, and then the wildwood. So that's the tarot. These other ones are oracle decks. So let's top this read with the shaman's oracle. Oh, there you go. We've got two. The spirit of empowerment and the dancer of beginnings. Well, let's have them both. Do you know, I got caught in the rain with them. So the spirit of empowerment. Looks like a bit of a lightning bolt, doesn't it? Should we complete the picture? Zap. It's really that way, isn't it? Zap. A bit like a Frankenstein thing, isn't it? Oh, it is, isn't it? It's like Frankenstein. Mary Shelley. Who's this one then? The Dancer of Beginnings. But it looks like they're plugged in there as well, isn't it? On a different cable. Okay. It doesn't take long to read these ones out. So, the spirit of empowerment. Excuse me, must just grab the light. I am the spirit of empowerment. I hold you in the palm of my hand and fill you with the determination and drive that allow you to successfully accomplish any task you undertake and overcome any obstacle that stands in your way. I bring you the energizing emotion of a deep-seated self-belief which will transform and strengthen you in every aspect of life. Nice, strong start, eh? So the spirit of empowerment. Empowerment is the receipt and assumption of power, and with it comes a fortified belief in our own capabilities. This power, once transferred, will fuel and drive our actions from the simplest domestic task to the highest level of personal endeavour. To be disempowered is to feel weak and drained, and it is a reflection of modern life that we can so often feel this way. The spirit of empowerment ignites vital energy within us, charging our minds with the tenacity and determination to succeed in all that we do, and making us believe that any achievement lies within our grasp. Absolutely. So the dancer of beginnings, then. The dancer of beginnings, who's that? The dancer of beginnings. You'd think it'd be a bit at the start, wouldn't you? Hello. The dancer of beginnings. Come on. Oh, here we go. The dancer of beginnings. I am the dancer of beginnings. I dance in the spirit of fresh directions and call upon myself to embrace the divine beings who send their blessings upon all new enterprises. Dance with me to become uplifted, shaken from stale routines and raised up beyond what it is to be human. Divine fire fills the air around me. Move forward with me and look at the world with a renewed understanding. I catch fire from the flame of longing and initiate the accomplishment of dreams. Oh, these two go well together. The dancer of beginnings raises his or her hands as if in greeting, embracing the moment of beginning. The point of transformation from the seed of intention to the fullness of action. Oh, that's big, isn't it? The point of transformation from the seed of intention to the fullness of action. The dancer of beginnings represents a transpersonal energy that bursts out of the shadows, infusing everything that surrounds it with the potential of becoming more than it is. The dancer can refresh our vision of ourselves and of our lives, helping us to see beginnings where perhaps we once saw endings, and to breathe new life and possibility even into the familiar and the routine. Well, there we have it. Well, that's shot in the arm of inspiration, isn't it? Don't know. Oh, I must check if you can say shot in the arm. Probably not. Get them downstairs frothing at the mouth anyway. So, here we go. This will be the longer reading because it's a bigger book, basically. Oh, okay. When you must, you must. Who's this? Who be this then? The Wild Man. Oof. Oh, we've got griffins. Because griffins protected the gold or the treasure, didn't they? He's like the Wild Man of Borneo, isn't he? Oh, there you've got a boomerang. You might well be the Wild Man of Borneo. I've never read this one before. You might need to clean his ears out a bit. Huh? But again, those are the eagle's wings, aren't they? Very fiery. So this is almost, it's going to be like a rebirth. I mean, look at the colours in here. It's beautiful. It's like the 2 of Wands, isn't it? Moving on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got the 8 of Wands for hair. Oof. Clever that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. So you got the 10 of Wands. 5 each side, so at least you're balanced. So you're taking stuff on, but you're zipping through it. You've got this lovely, it's like the Firebird. Nice hair. And then you've got the Griffin. So this is Griffin turns into Phoenix, doesn't it? This is a beautiful card. I never looked at number 4. It's a good solid number. Well, there's like the 4 ones then, isn't it? Sort of. Oh, I'm going to look forward to this one. So let's put him down there then. Never read this. We're doing it together. Should you want to read along at home, there you have it. The Wild Man. Oh. I can't read that. The winged and feathered head of the Wild Man appears surrounded by light. His energy is guarded by 2 griffins. Yeah, griffins. While the flames of inspiration flow out from around his head. The ancient Pictish, that's Scottish then, isn't it? Symbol of measurement and balance appears above him. Measurement and balance. It was like the government Department for Ways and Means, isn't it? Signifying the inequalities of guarded wildness. It all sounds a bit Sagittarius. Okay. So the movers. So spirit of empowerment and dance for beginning. So these 3 go beautifully together. Keyword wildness. Lovely. The wild man seeks a kind of vision that is inspired to the point of seeming madness. He represents a singular shamanic ability, that of walking the narrow border between the worlds and of returning with knowledge of that place. Unlike the other movers described on previous pages, he or she, for the wild woman, serves an identical role, comes as close to nature as possible to absorb its power and to mediate this to the outer world. In so doing, these people express what has been termed crazy wisdom, a kind of inspired madness, their words and actions seeming perverse or confusing. Nonetheless, their perceptions are deep and profound and bear close study. This is so Aquarius mood, isn't it? Well, it's a very, I mean, let's say Aquarius. So what if I'm crazy? I prefer colourful. The most famous wildman in Celtic tradition is, I'll have to say it, Sweeney. It's spelled Suibhne. Suibhne, pronounced Sweeney. The Sweeney. Who receives the epithet Gilt. Gilt? After he runs apparently mad after watching a battle in which many kinsmen were slain. In this, he is like Merlin. Oh, it's all coming. Oh, they're all here tonight, aren't they? Who suffered a similar change of senses after witnessing the slaughter of nephews. Both take to the wilds, living close to nature and eating berries. Both talk to animals and birds and have a close association with these. Sweeney, whose title can be interpreted to mean mad, but which also has the sense of inspired, actually sprouts wings and nests in the tops of the trees in the forest where he lives. Well, obviously, there's lovely. This is a familiar metaphor in most shamanic traditions, where the shaman is said to fly up to the upper worlds. Like both Merlin and Taliesin, Sweeney is a poet, and like Taliesin, he has an encounter with a hag-like goddess or wise woman who chases him through the trees and whom he eventually defeats by making a death-defying leap over a cliff. That must be like the full card then. Because Taliesin was he a king or was he a... No, Taliesin was like the... In the Arthurian deck, he's the Hierophant. So he's like a high priest. Okay, cool. So another oft-described aspect of shamanic ability is obviously to jump off a cliff. Or I suppose that's the symbology of, leaving it all behind and starting again somewhere. Because you've done what you need to do in a certain situation. Say you just, toothbrush and a pair of knickers and you move on, really. Okay, both Sweeney and Merlin are eventually restored to health, but neither is happy for long in the ordinary world. Both escape back to the forest, living out their lives as inspired prophets and visionaries. So the journey: seek out a grove of ancient trees whose inner presence is one of great strength. Find the power within you to leap high to the top of the tallest of the trees. Balance there and look around you at the land upon every side. Whichever of the three worlds you have entered, look about you and see deeply into the heart of the place. Listen to the song of the winds in the branches and hear what it has to tell you. Oh, how lovely. One of my favourite trees is the poplar tree, because they swing around in the wind and they have that rustling. There's a beautiful rustling noise. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Well, I'm enjoying it anyway. You still there? So, why is that light so bad? So we've had that one. Move that over there. So let's have a Celtic Magic card then. Well, just choose it and just get these cards off the table. Oh, we just had that one. It's about a warning. Oh, new moon. Wisdoms of the heart. Number 53 and number... I can't see. Okay. Okay, let's go with this one first then. Oh, do you know, I can't see. Number 18. Bansith, which actually translates to banshee, believe it or not. Would you like to look at the card? There you go. Not happy. Not happy, girly. Right. The Bansith or Banshee is an elemental spirit of air. She is associated with the howling winds that sweep across the highlands and islands, when her keening voice can be heard screaming through the treetops. She is a spirit of prophecy and a harbinger of doom. The Scottish version of the Banshee is the Cantich, an invisible banshee who can be heard but never seen. Legend states that the Cantich was heard wailing for the Clan MacDonald the night before the massacre of Glencoe. Even to date, is a great insult to refer to somebody as a Glencoe ghost. Oh, guest. Ghost? Guest. As it means they're not to be trusted. When the Bansith turns up in a reading, she's giving you fair warning that all is not well, and there is likely to be trouble and grief up ahead. Her cry is a call to action, urging you to be on your guard against danger. She comes not to scare you, but to give you a chance to prepare. This warning is meant as a heads up. Take heed and make the necessary changes to effect a different outcome. When some sorrows can't be avoided, the Bansith comes to tell you to prepare for the worst. However, be strong and know that just as the Bansith's cry is fleeting, all sorrows fade in time too. Lovely. So that's good. Nice to have a bit of a warning, isn't it? So number 53, New Moon. We've got New Moon coming up, haven't we, as the next one. So we just had the full moon. New Moon. Wisdoms of the heart. In Celtic lands, the moon is revered as the queen of the night. Oh, that was Whitney Houston. Beauteous and fair. On seeing the new moon rising in the night, well, you can't see it, can you? Because it's new. There's nothing to it. Obviously, there's a sliver, isn't there? On seeing the new moon rising in the night, the men and women of old Scotland and Ireland would bend a knee and bow low in admiration of her radiance and gentleness. Shining in the night sky, the moon signifies tenderness, compassion, and the intelligence of a loving heart. Well, as long as he needs me. You are learning to see with the eye of the heart. There are meanings, understandings, and discernments known to the heart alone, and rarely seen or understood by the intellect, the discriminating mind. When you begin to see with the eye of the heart, it will be as though a veil has been lifted before you. Life will simplify. You will see and listen more deeply into the nature of things, relationships, and events. Your discriminating mind will relax. With your actions now more in accord with natural patterns around you, you will interfere less, allowing others and events to mature accordingly to their own design and necessity. Okay, less control then. You got to surrender it upstairs a bit more, haven't you? And look for the synchronicities. Your actions will be kinder, gentler, and more compassionate. Over time, the soft wisdoms of the heart will begin to shine within you with the lustre of the new moon, bringing you a loving heart and a nobility of character. Well, that's all to the good, isn't it? Nice one. So that's all the reading out the way. So let's just pop these over here like that then. We'll get a little bit of tarot to go with it. I'm going to have to do it bit by bit then, because this doesn't want to play ball. I don't know. So let's take these two together. Let's put them down there and put the tarot further up. We'll have two cards, so we'll just blend the meaning. 10 of Cups, lovely. 10 of Cups with the 8 of Pentacles. So you're working hard at moving on. We're moving on to get your abundance, your happiness abundance, the ultimate happiness. So we'll have this one here then. Oh, lovely Queen of Wands. here I am, standing and You said 10 o'clock at the Rock. Where are you? Jessica Rabbit. What didn't come there then? Page of Pentacles. The links. Oh, look, Wheel of Fortune. How beautiful. Queen of Wands. So with all this new energy and moving on stuff that we had at the beginning here, it's going to feel good because it's just time. It's like you can't do it. You're pulled into this wheel, and it feels good. There's a beautiful natural flow to that. Oh, that feels good. And you can't resist this. Absolutely no way. Divine timing. Oh, lovely. So let's push those up there then. And we had the 10 of Cups, didn't we? And the new moon. So this is wisdom of the heart. So this feels very, with the Queen of Wands there. This does feel sort of quite love and relationship based. So we've got the five of Wands, which is a bit of frustration. It's frustration, and that's frustration too. And the Moon card is often, well, let's just focus on those two for now. This is basically your wheels are going around, you know, but your car's not on the ground. You're spinning your wheels, and basically the information will come to you on the full moon, and this is the new moon. So this means you've got to be a little, oh God, be patient, Sag. And it's going to be frustrating because you want to get, my name's off and I'm off. You want to get up and off. So let's just put something in there and see what you can do in the meantime, or what the result is likely to be. Well, the Eight of Swords. That's your inner critic. So whilst you've got some time, before this love thing kicks in, maybe it's time to look at your inner critic and just dial it down a bit. Because that's what this was about, wasn't it? About surrendering stuff and just go. It's a bit of a go with the flow card. And so this is, you've got time to, I mean, look at this. You've got two cards for a bit of grist there. Yeah? Not the happiest of cards, but you've got time to sort this out. Because when you meet your new person, you don't want to be rocking up as the Ace of Swords or the Five of Wands. Let's have another one. So what is going to be the product of you making, you know, all it would take is a 10-minute conversation in the mirror, wouldn't it? About, come on, you've got to let that go, dial that down, change those words, change yourself, you know, how you speak to yourself, all that self-chatter. And replace a few harmful words that you've got into a bit of a bad habit of calling yourself, you know. So what's going to be the product then? King of Cups. Oh, the Knight of Cups. Perfect. That's perfect. So you move forwards as the Knight on your looking for cups. Feeling good about it. There you go. That's a perfect card for there. Couldn't have got much better than that. What was here? So yeah, it's the end to all that Eight of Swordsing. Yeah, remember the plan. What's this then? And that's the Strength card, known to do the right thing at the right time. Hello, Leo. Beautiful. So let's bring the. So what's this? I'm guessing the warning is about all this. You know, you think you're ready, but you've got a little bit more work to do. Let's just check. Let's see if there's a card that's going to clarify that. Six of Pentacles. Well, you can take that. Let's get another one. You can take that one of two ways, because it could be sort of balance. You've got to balance all this stuff out. I mean, that really does reflect the process that's going on here before you get to this. But it's also, somebody might be trying to, there's the breadcrumbing aspect of that. So let's just have a little look to see which way we need to go on that. The Judgment. So it's everything. You're making this move towards new love and all these new beginnings. Wheel of Fortune. You know, it's irresistible force meets immovable object going on. You're being squeezed out of the toothpaste tube. There's no going back in. You know. So if you imagine everything you've ever learned, it's almost like doing a big revision thing before the final exam. You got to come out of here and face it. And we've got the World card. That is the next card. Did that come out at some point? The World card. I can't remember. Did it? But everything you've ever learned about yourself is going to come into play here. So I mean, it's time to be on your game. You know, new. And then what's going to be exciting is this Wild Man card. Let's get him out. So what's going to make you crazy? Let's have what's going to trigger this craziness, and what's going to be the result of it. We'll have two cards. So what's going to trigger it? The Five of Pentacles, well, that's a card for magic. The Five of Pentacles is Taurus's magician. So it's somebody who's been disenfranchised or pushed around. It doesn't mean specific poverty. It means somebody's tried to take away your decision-making power, or they're trying to make you or, you know, or, you know, it's just someone who's been pushed around and you think, you know, up with this I will not put. It's someone who's been forced into a bit of a corner there, you know. I wish they hadn't used a child for this, but well, this is very Aquarius, actually, even though it's card for Taurus. But it's that feeling of just being on the outside. And you think, actually, no. And this is how you bounce, you know, in a swimming pool, if you're running out, if the swimming pool is that deep and you're running out of breath about here, and you think, oh, but I might not make it to the surface. So it's easy to go down and bounce off there, because actually you're going to get more kickability off your legs off the bottom, and you're going to come up a lot quicker than sort of struggling from about here swimming upwards. So it's really coming out swinging. So that, I mean, that's a very powerful card, which is why it's sort of a card of natural magic. Because people think you're down and out, but oh no, you come out swinging, and it's a card of a bit of a shock when you find the magic in that card. So what's the result then? Four of Swords. But look, instead of being pinned down like this, look at that. You've got this metamorphosis up here. It's like leaving that body behind and rising above. We've got all this lovely moving on. But I mean, look how much more beautiful you are as a butterfly than you were as a whatever that is in a, you know, plainclothes policeman. Just very plainclothes, aren't they? Let's have one last one. So we know what the result's going to be. Beautiful transformation into a feeling of stability and rest. Yeah. But let's not ask what this is going to mean. We'll just take the meaning of the card as it is. Here we go. Oh, beautiful. Four of Swords goes to the Four of Wands. Isn't that beautiful? From a feeling of that, Yeah. And there's only you there toasting your marshmallow, or the hedgehog that you've caught in the forest. I mean, that's a very, is that a bit of lightning, or is it a tree? I can't see here. But you, through that transformation, where you sort of like you're saying goodbye to some old carcass, it's like shedding a skin, isn't it? It's sort of cocoon type thing. But look at then what happens. The transformation between those two cards is fantastic. They're fantastic. Anyway, I hope you can take something from this little journey. There's not a definitive thing here. It was just a journey of, you don't have to do the whole journey. If you're somewhere along the pathway, then that's great. Then, if you can get some inspiration on how to bring in some other energies, I hope it's helped. Thanks for joining me. Take good care.